Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm continuing on with my 2025 Fall Decor Series. And today we are going to be working in my little foyer. And I am this portion of my foyer is just little. My foyer proper, so to speak. Now, when you turn around and you look out toward the family room, which I can do quickly, I have bins and everything else sitting around because I'm still decorating, so just excuse that. But when you look out that way, you can see that there's quite the space here with a big rug that separates the dining room, which is to the left of the front door, over there, and the living room, which is to the right of the front door. So, but this little foyer, as you can see, there has a couple of little walls that jut out about, I'd say about 3 feet. And of course I have the door with transom windows beside it, and then a big palladium window above it, which I'll show you when I'm finished here. And then on this side too, I have a little table sitting here. So this is where we're going to be working. We're going to be decorating up this little table, and we're going to be doing a couple of things over here. And I already did something to the wreath that I will explain to you in a minute. So this is my second to the last decorating video in this series. My next video, I decided I'm going to go ahead and do the living room all in one video. Hopefully it won't be an extremely long video. This one might be a little shorter, but hopefully that one, when I get to the living room, won't be extremely long. There are some things in place, and it's just a matter of plugging and playing out there pretty much. But here I do need to kind of recreate the wheel on top of the table here. And I added something to the wreath and so on and so forth. Let's start with a humble question. Please, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. I'm enjoying you guys so much. And thank you to all of you guys who have been with me for almost 9 years here on my channel. It'll be 9 years in October. And that I've had my YouTube channel. And thank you for those of you who joined me like midway through or somewhere along the way. And thank you to those who have just joined me. I hope that you are enjoying this little fall series. And to come will be the Christmas series, which is crazy. It is crazy. And fall is my second to the largest. My Christmas is by far the largest decorating series that I do throughout the whole year. My goal is to get up to 40,000 subscribers in the year of 2025. I'm not going to make it probably, but I'm sure trying. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, then share with your friends, families, and coworkers, and comment if you would, even if it's just a little heart, if you feel up to it. You know, give me a little heart just to let YouTube know and me know that you've engaged with me. And when you see my heart show up, you'll know that I have read your comment and taken it to my heart. Admittedly, I don't have a chance all the time to get back to every one of you. Sometimes I try and I am successful, and other times I'm not so successful. So please forgive me if I don't write you back, but please know that I read every single comment and appreciate you guys so very much. And thank you in advance. It's free. It's free to subscribe. Now, my outfit of the day is old. Everything is old. This is just another one to give you an idea of something, of an outfit or something. I have got on a pair of black capris and this black and white striped shirt. Can you believe I'm wearing stripes? Oh my goodness. You know, when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, a bigger girl never really wore horizontal stripes because of course they make you look larger. But I'm to the point in my life where I've worked so hard on my weight loss journey, and I'm still working on it every single day. And if I look a little larger and in charger, I made a lot of sense, didn't it? In my black and white striped shirt, so be it. I like the look of it. And then I just threw this jean jacket on. This is a 1X that I got from Dress Barn, I believe, years and years and years ago. Years and years and years ago. And the jean jacket is also a 1X from Dress Barn as well. I looked in the collars. I do have the black and white stripe and different, like I have a blue and white stripe and a pink and white stripe and I think that's it. Do I have 3 or 4? Blue, black, blue, pink, and thought I had 4. But anyway, so you might be seeing me in I found this again when I was doing my purging downstairs. I had a bin of my, certainly not skinny, definitely not skinny clothes, but thinner than I was. And I did not realize it was down there. And when I was purging, I found this. I went, well, I'll see if that fits. And it did. And I'm real happy. So I'm going to wear it. Have my black Fever Soul shoes on, my black necklace that I always wear. I've been trying to wear other ones though, if you've noticed, but this, obviously I need to wear it with this outfit. And I've got my big dangle earrings on today, same bracelets, same anniversary ring, wedding set, and other rings, and same black watch. And that's it for my outfit of the day. I wanted to let you know too that Chris got the bunk beds put together, and I got these bunk beds from Amazon. And I'll leave you a link in the description for what I got. And it's a single or twin bed up top with a double or full size on the bottom. And you can see that the full size kind of comes right in front of the window panel, which is okay, or drapery panel, which is okay with me. And the Beddy'S, Beddy', the bedding that I purchased, really bit the bullet and purchased that. It is expensive, but honestly, when I added up, you know, mattress pads, comforters, flat sheet, fitted sheet, blankets, pillow shams, pillow covers, you know, pillow cases and everything. When I added them all up, you guys, it really was just as much to, if not more, to buy it in piecemeal as it was just to get the Beddy'S. You get everything together. You get a fitted sheet, you get a blanket, you get a comforter, and it fits all around the bed and it zips shut. So how easy is that for bunk beds and for grandsons especially? So I cannot wait. We are washing the Beddy'S, so I'm not going to be able to show you the beds made up in this video. That I will probably not be able to do that until after my fall decor series is finished and after we're finished with our cruise. I'll be sure to take you upstairs and give you a tour upstairs when I get it all ready for my family who's coming, you know. So we'll be able to show you I got a new quilt set for the 1 bedroom and then the bunk beds and the new set for the other room. So I will be spiffing everything up there before my cousins get here. So anyway, I wanted to let you know about that. And I have chattered along here for the first however many minutes of this video. So let's get to decorating, right? Let me first start with the wreath above my head here. I decided that, I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you. I decided that I wanted to keep the same wreath up there that I've had up there. Because look at the sunflower, kind of resin sunflowers. I'll show you one up close here. I have one here. And I just have a little church birdhouse there. I just spiffed this up when I did my sage green decor, you guys. And then for the coastal, I added a picture right in the middle, kind of like you see here. And Chris did take a little video of me attaching that picture. All I did was take a pipe cleaner and put it through the little holder on the back of it, and I have a green metal scroll piece like in the center of this wreath, and I just tied it onto that. So you can see the pumpkins on the bottom there. So I think that brings in the fall just fine. That over the door wreath holder there, I do have in my Amazon shop, and I will try to remember to link that separately as well. So this wreath is huge. It makes a big, big statement, and I absolutely love it. I love making wreaths, and I don't have enough places in my house to make wreaths for any longer. And I did have to purge some wreaths because I had too many and I didn't utilize them in my house. I only have so many doors or windows or whatever, you know, that I can put the wreaths on. So anyway, that's why I'm going ahead and using this, because I didn't want to make another fall wreath when I had this, and I could just augment it a little bit and bring it into fall. I'm morphing in here with a little bit of footage here right after I showed you the wreath. And I think I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put together that wreath. So let me see if I can find that footage, and I'm going to put it here to show you how I created that wreath. So I'll be right back to our regularly scheduled programming, and we will get to decorating. All right? I'll be right back in just a second. Hi everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. I'm coming to y'all today with a voiceover video of this pretty burlap wreath that I made last year. I made this wreath before I started my YouTube channel, hence the voiceover. I will do my very best to explain through my words and pictures how I put this beauty together. Here goes. Here are the supplies that I gathered to make this wreath. One 24-inch work wreath. 1.5 skeins of burlap runner, 18 inches by 15 feet. 1 green wrought iron circular piece, and some floral wire. 2 green and white pipberry garlands. 2 cream burlap daisies. A couple of small bunches of green and cream silky flowers. 1 bolt of burlap and white polka dotted wired ribbon. A wooden birdhouse. 2 wooden daisies, wire cutters, pipe cleaners, and a hot glue gun. The first thing that I did was to plug in my hot glue gun to use a little later. I'll get back to that. Then I attached the burlap to the wreath form. I worked my way around the form, starting on the outer ring, gathering and catching burlap in a looping fashion into each chenille tie, and then I transferred over to the inner ring and attached the burlap in the same manner. I do not measure my loops, I just eyeball them and go for it. I would estimate that each loop uses about 10 to 12 inches of burlap. So once I had the burlap attached to the form, I attached the pipberry garland into every outer ring's chenille tie by using the stem on the garland. It did take more than 1 pipberry garland. Now that those tasks were complete, I turned the wreath over and used the floral wire to attach the metal wrought iron piece to the wreath frame. I did my very best to center it. Next, I gathered up some pipe cleaners and hot glued them on to the back of the birdhouse and the wooden daisies. Those pipe cleaners would be what I used to attach those items to the wreath once the glue was dry. The bow was the next thing that I made. I'll put a link in the description to my craft bow tutorial. It was the first accent piece that I attached to the wreath. I used the pipe cleaner that I tied the bow shut with to attach it to the wreath form. As you see, I left the tails long and then gathered them together, made a loop, and snugged them down into one of the outer chenille ties. And then I made one more loop out of them and attached them into one of the chenille ties on the inner ring. I chevroned the ends so that they would look nice and finished. Now it was time to place all of the accent pieces onto the wreath. I moved them around and arranged them until I liked how they looked. I then attached them all using the pipe cleaners that I'd glued onto them, and I tied the burlap Gerber daisies into the chenille ties on the wreath. I also took a bit of the polka dotted ribbon and attached it to the outer chenille tie to the left of the birdhouse. To finish, I placed the green and cream flowery stems here and there. I anchored everything down with hot glue. Here's the finished wreath. It will hang on the back of my front door until next fall. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Truly, this is one of my very favorite wreaths to date. Remember what I always like to say at the end of my blogs. In crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. Until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.
Just recently,
You see these bells hanging on my door. handle here. We used to have Newfoundland dogs and a golden retriever, and that's how they told us they needed to go out. They'd come and they'd hit their nose on the bells. I don't have the heart still, even to this day. They've been gone for quite a few years now, but I leave the bells there. And if anybody ever tries to come in here at night, well, the camera will get you from over there on the sideboard, and the bells will get you when you walk in. So I just leave them there. They're on the garage door, you know. Just a little memory of our sweet, sweet, sweet dogs. Hang on just a second and I'll turn my camera so you can watch me work. All right, this is one of the hardest places I have in the house for camera angles. So this is, because I'm sitting, oh, never mind, but I'll do my best here. This lamp, the table I got from Hobby Lobby. It is not an expensive table by any stretch of the imagination. Certainly not. Probably one of the, if you will, cheapest tables I have in the whole house. I don't usually buy cheap things like that when it comes to furniture, but I did this time because I really wanted something to fit here and I didn't want to, you know, spend the wad. So this table's been sitting here for quite a few years. The lamp is also from Hobby Lobby and it is still available and I will link it. Now I'll say that and it won't be, but hopefully I'll be able to find it and link it for you. So I like to point my decor that I put on this table out toward the foyer, the bigger part of the foyer, and out toward the family room and living room and dining room. So I always tilt this decor to, you know, because nobody comes into the foyer and says, oh, look how pretty this decor is, standing in the foyer proper. They're either walking in or out of the door. So I want people who walk up to the foyer to be able to see, you know, see the decor kind of facing them. So I'm going to start back here in this corner, and here's what I have in that wreath. I have a couple of these resin sunflowers, 3 of them in the wreath. So I'm going to put one of those right here. And I have a gold candlestick here with a sage green candle. I want to set that right back there. And it is kind of a whitewashed gold, if you will. Then I have this little scarecrow girl. So I want to set her around there. I'm not quite sure yet with her, but let's see. We'll put her there for now. Then I have this green and white pumpkin, if y'all will remember. And I do have a little green cake stand. So I'm very simply going to put the green pumpkin up on the green stand. And then I got this picture from the Minuteman Mini Mall, I believe. It says Offerturia Wedgwood, made in England. So this is a thrifted piece I got several years ago, and then I just have some gold foliage in it, and I just want to put it over here a little bit. You know, again, point it out. And then just one more thing for here. And I've got a little grateful pumpkin. I'm just going to set that right there. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do for the tabletop. Very simply done, but it's pretty, you know. So then on the bottom shelf, now I'll kind of show you this way, and then of course I'll get back and show you a better picture of it at the end. Here you can see I have a black lantern. I don't know where I got the lantern. It's got a flameless flickering candle in it with just a kind of a blue and green candle ring around it. Got one of those green plates, the same thing I used in the Mooney's Hutch the other day. And I do have another one of those sunflowers, but I think I want to use one of my fall plates here. And I may be able to fit both, I'm not sure. So let's see what I can do. Move that back a little bit. Move that back. Let's put that there. How about that? Oh, I think that looks pretty. I like that. Again, tilt it out toward the room. Then I have a little bird. Put her out front. And I did pull another little pumpkin that says thankful. And I might just stick it back here just to have it there. And I like that. Very simply done, y'all. I cannot hide these light switches, you guys. I have got more light switches here than Carter has pills. One is for the front door. The second one is for the light post. The third one is for, I think, the foyer light above me. I think that one is for lights that are right by the basement door. And then that one, this one here on the end, is for the dining room. So it's like, I just can't hide them. In the wintertime, I do a little better job because I have some higher profile stuff. But so please excuse my light switches. They drive me crazy, but I can't do anything about them. On either side of the foyer, you'll see I have a picture like that. I got these from Kirkland's. One on this side, and I love the color of frame that is on that picture. And then I have one on the other side too that is very similar. There it is. Not exactly the same, but it's very similar. So that those pictures kind of anchor the foyer, if you will. All right, now we're going to move to the other side of the foyer, and we're going to do a little something, something over there. Not a lot, but a little something, something. Okie dokie, here we are in the other side of the foyer. You can see here I have a very large, this is kind of a blue-gray, very large vase. And I've got it sitting on a stand, like a plant stand. And I've just got pampas grass in it. And I'm going to leave the pampas grass in it for this time of year. It's perfect for this time of year. I love it. I'm going to leave it as is. But now I have a hook. You can see I have a big hook here. And I am going to hook this over the edge, right like that. And then I have a sign, gather together. So I thought I would try to put the sign right here on the hook. And I think that works out fine. I love that. Gather together. Now down below here, I'm going to keep that picture because I think it's pretty. And it's just of a bird with blues and greens, and it's so pretty. I love that. So I'm going to leave that there. I think that's there fine for fall. And I'm going to take a little stand here, which actually kind of matches the one that the vase is on. And I'm going to put it right here on the floor. And then you all remember this big green and white pumpkin that I got from Home Goods a couple weeks ago. And I'm put that right there. And I've got my green candle. Hang on, I want to pull this out a little bit. I want to put my candle back there. There. Again, we're layering. And then we're going to put that right there. And then I've got the partner for this other scarecrow. And I wanted to see if he'll sit up on this. Oh yeah, look at that, up on the picture. Love that. I think that'll do it for right there. So, yeah, I like that. Okie dokie, you guys. Well, that is going to do it for this one. I know it might be a little shorter. I don't know. I added that footage for the wreath, so hopefully we got us to almost 30 minutes here, I'm hoping. But I didn't have a ton to do in this video. I didn't want to enter the living room really quite yet because I really want that to be one video, the living room. So I kind of have this as a standalone video, and I hope it's not too short for you guys. I know you guys say you prefer them 30 minutes or longer, but I'm doing my best here to keep them right around 30 minutes. Most of them have been longer, and I know it. But anyway, I'm going to hush for now, and again, come back for the next one, which will be the entire living room. We're going to go around from vignette to vignette to vignette, and we'll finish off the decorating, and then after that will be the home tour just set to music. And I know, I think one or two of you have said to me that you prefer when I narrate through the home tour, but if I'm honest, I prefer it to be just to music, because I have already gone through every single vignette in detail and showed every little detail. So I'd rather you see the house just set to a pretty tune, and so that you can see it standing back from rooms, you know, so it's not all cut up, so you can see it as a whole and see how it flows all together on this level. So I will be doing the home tour just set to music. So I'm looking forward to that too. I know I say this in about every video too, but I truly do love to decorate. It is my passion. I absolutely love it. It makes me feel good. And I was just talking to a lady online, I'm in a Facebook group, who mentioned how cozy our home looked. I had put up some pictures of the traditionally colored side of the house. And I said, well, that's my goal always, is to, you know, try to make our house a home, and one that anybody would feel comfortable coming into, sitting down, putting their feet up. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't touch anything or can't be comfortable in this house, you know. And I know that it's not minimalistic either. I know that I've really kind of lent myself toward the, you know, maximalist side of my decorating personality, so to speak. I tend to, if I don't hold myself back, I tend to be very much a maximalist. But, you know, sometimes after Christmas especially, I like it to be a little bit more quiet. But it wasn't last year because I did a winter decor too, so, which we'll do this year too, or in 2026 too. But anyway, so I'll go into my final words and say thank y'all so much for stopping in here today. For those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness, chronic pain, or have suffered a great loss, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all of that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.